how's it going? It's Player One Crimson.
It's your boy, so Evesky, brother. You done know Player 2.
And it is Bubblegum Zombie Hunter, Player 3.
And we're L.A.N Party, live from the Microsoft flagship store in NYC. Alright, so today's topics will be Scooby-Doo Apocalypse. Wow.
Bubblegum.
Bubblegum, I'll let you take it off. What? What?
And this is Thriller. Nah, I want to start with a different song this time.
You don't have one
ready?
ready?
The mash. And it's the Monster Mash. The Monster Mash. Y'all don't know that one? It was a graveyard.
Yes, we play every fucking Halloween.
And it's the
I quit.
Halloween's in 2 days, guys. I'm so excited.
What are you doing for Halloween?
I'm going to a party, and I'm hoping we're going to talk
Where's
a little
the
bit
party
about.
at?
I don't know, but I might let you know. It's sold out, but maybe. Maybe you could just come through. I don't know. Sorry. That's what I told you. I wish you told me you were.
Just go pull up like, yo, you know who I am?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm Player 2 of L.A.N Party, baby. Open the fucking door.
I don't know where it's.
Fucking door.
You know how parties are? Like, you don't get the location until like an hour before the event.
Oh, and them such shits.
Oh my god.
So I don't know where it is right now.
That shit's like a hole in the wall in the alley.
Abandoned Brooklyn warehouse shit.
I hope it's in Queens because I'm gonna be in Queens. I'm gonna like go to Queens. I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna hand out.
You better hope it's in Brooklyn because if it's in Queens, you're not getting a ride home.
She almost didn't get one the other day.
Almost.
He hit me up, hey, I'm sleeping over at your house.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and
why?
he was like, no, you're not.
I'm stuck in Queens. I'm like, I'm not even home.
Yeah, I just took the train home at 1 a.m. in the morning. I was like, well.
So, how about you just don't come
1
to Queens?
a.m.? Really?
No, yeah.
That's
when you
normal
said,
shit.
Nah, not for me. But we're going on a tangent. Point is, I'm going to dress up in my costume. I'm going to do my makeup. I'm going to watch spooky movies or horror. I'm going to hand out candy to kids. And then at 8 o'clock, I'm going to head to the party. Yeah, so that's exciting.
What's your costume?
I'm a sorceress. So it's this beautiful velvet dress with like a slit up the middle. And I'll take a picture and I'll put it on the L.A.N Party Instagram if y'all want. It's this beautiful velvet blue dress.
Her fans,
I hope
correction.
So.
Ooh,
Her
Sorceress
fans.
Player 3. like.
I'm gonna do that thing.
Like blurred view in the fucking comment section, talking some bullshit.
But yeah, it's a beautiful blue velvet dress with a slit up the middle with silver stars and crescent moons. It has a cape that's filled with stars and crescent moons, and attached like with it, I bought a silver wand that lights up. So I'm gonna be like,
so you're an ice sorceress.
wizard.
Wizards are male.
I know, so a witch, but I don't want to be a witch because that's
Witches
like
are,
negative connotation. I'm not trying to be
yeah.
like.
They can be
I'm
good
a
witches. What
sorceress.
you talking about?
Yeah, so you could say I'm a white witch. I don't know.
You a bruja.
Brujarista. I'm not. That's Latina. I'm not Latina. I'm African American. Well, I'm actually Afro Latina, but I am Afro Latina.
Yeah,
but I don't.
yeah.
My sister resonates with that more than me.
Yeah. And I'm 1/8 Cuban. Who gives a shit?
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, because my family's literally from Costa Rica, and my family speaks Spanish.
My grandfather's I think he was my grandfather's
My
Cuban.
sister speaks Spanish. She's
All right.
Afro Latina.
I'm talking
All
about.
right.
Anyways,
He's Cuban for real. Like grandfather's Cuban on my mother's side.
so
Yeah, and I'm like 1/8 Nigerian. Who cares? Like,
But aren't you Igbo?
half
I
of
don't
me is
fucking
Costa
know.
Rican. My dad's Spanish.
why don't you speak Spanish then?
Because they didn't teach me. I didn't want to learn, but my sister wanted to learn.
You don't ever want to do a lot of things, huh?
Yeah.
It was just like,
I wish I was bilingual.
yeah. But
I almost could have been Spanish, but the English, they did some shit and whatever.
you don't know Creole like that. You can't speak it like
The fuck
fluently.
I can.
Not fluently.
I speak
You
it
can hold
enough.
a conversation in Creole.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's a different. I could hold a conversation in Spanish.
I'm intermediate in Creole and beginning in French.
Right.
We
What are
do.
you doing for Halloween, Crimson?
This work? No, I'm taking my little cousin out to go trick or treating.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you wearing costume?
Fuck.
Where did
no.
Jason mask?
Huh?
Where did Jason mask?
I'm gonna give it to him to wear.
That's cute.
I'm gonna give him a little
You
Jason
wanna
mask to
borrow my
wear.
Spider-Man mask? I got 2. Or you want to wear my All Might costume?
I'm gonna
Or
wear
you
the
wanna wear
Spider-Man
that
mask and
Power
walk around in
Ranger
my
outfit that
boxes.
you never gave back?
I'm gonna put on the Spider-Man mask and walk around in my boxes.
Wow.
Don't do that.
Nah, he gets the joke.
Oh. But on
You
to
ain't locked everything in the game. You can't do that.
Oh.
on to Scooby-Doo Apocalypse. It was nice. It was nice. I would say okay, here's what I realized after reading it. I enjoy Scooby-Doo, but I don't think I'm the biggest Scooby-Doo fan. Like, I watch it. I've seen both movies. I've seen some of the animation show,
Talking
animated
about the
movies.
live action movies.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Those are
like
cute.
more than
Nah,
two
the
Scooby-Doo
best
movies.
Scooby-Doo movies that ever come out to me is Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. I don't give a fuck.
I
what
yeah, I
anyone
remember
has
that
to
movie.
What? Cause it's terror time again. That's my favorite movie, my nigga.
I don't remember
serious?
enough to be singing
Yo,
songs, but
now
I
I'm
remember
thinking about it, yo.
He just got mad hype.
That
I
shit
know
was
it.
that shit was fire.
He's still hyped.
Fire.
He's really hyped right now. He's playing the air guitar.
What? Yo. Now I'm thinking about it right now. Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island was so fucking litty, bro. That shit was so lit.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I
No,
that
have
was
your moment.
Nah, I really had a.
He did have a moment.
Yo, I remember I was in the first grade when
He
that
was
shit
shaking
dropped.
just now.
I was I was in the first grade that shit dropped. That shit was fire.
But so for those of you guys who don't know, Scooby Apocalypse is basically what it sounds like. It's a like reboot of the
Scooby-Doo story, yeah.
of the Scooby-Doo story, and what happens is that they don't. Well, I've never seen the first Scooby-Doo episode, so I just know them meeting together. But in the comics, like they're all Fred and Daphne have like a kind of like a mystery show. Velma's a scientist doing her own thing, and Shaggy's a dog trainer helping the company that Velma's in, basically, right? And what happens is Velma is a scientist working with a big corporation on a virus made of nanites.
Yeah, nanotechnology.
Nanotechnology. And it's basically, when she signed on, she did it to help like weed out evil people or bad guys. Like she thought it would hurt them. But the people involved in the corporation wanted to use the whole thing to control the human race and make them more docile. So they fucked around with her technology. They tried to override the system, and by doing that, they messed with the system and they released it, and it turned everybody into monsters by mistake.
Yeah,
So
most of the population.
A majority of the population are monsters. And Velma, the gang didn't get affected. I wasn't necessarily sure why. I thought they were in a safe house.
They specified why, but I forgot. It was specified why they weren't affected, but for the most part, they got away from it. They joined forces, and it just became this big old Dead Rising like scenario where they're driving around in the mystery machine,
yeah.
literally with like these
Guns.
big ass guns,
These AKs.
Yeah, and they're just gunning people, like just gunning monsters down. Like it's different adventures throughout the comics, different scenarios. For the most part, these monsters are mindless, and at other times they're very sentient. They have their own will. So as you progress on, there's more. You meet more humans. You hear more of the backstory from like the corporation, because the corporation's her family's corporation.
Yeah.
So you hear like some people survive. It just as it progresses. You even see did you see Scrappy yet?
No, I didn't get to Scrappy.
You see, like as it progresses, there's more story unfolds, and honestly, it was a good fresh. It was
fun.
It was a good fresh of Scooby Doo. Like it was a new take on it.
And it was nice for kids who watched it when they were younger, who are now grown up, to like see it again.
Yeah, to get
Bro,
that.
It's literally the
who
same.
watched Scooby-Doo as kids was already grown up when we were watching Scooby-Doo as
That's true.
kids.
It's literally, I found it was the same as like the source material, except a bit more like beefed up. Yeah, like they're solving mysteries like the source material. They're fighting monsters like the source material. It's like
The only thing is, it wasn't Mr. Jenkins. Like they're not ripping people's heads off and like,
Yeah.
oh my god, it's Mr. Jenkins from down the block.
yeah,
It's literally like, no, he's a
Hype
monster.
Scooby
he's a
talk,
monster.
Huh?
But
Can Scooby talk though?
Yeah, for the most part, yes, he can.
Is it because of like some technology?
Yeah, he has a Sane Scouter. That showed him he has a Sane Scouter. The Sane Scouter allows him to talk, and that's how he communicates with the gang.
Alright, shit's all like,
Fucking
sound more
young,
like Schnitzel than Scooby-Doo.
some fucking young thug ex-breed snitch.
I will say, out of all the comics, the horror themed comics I read this month, it wasn't my favorite, but it was my second favorite. It was fun.
No,
If I had to choose the ones I love the most, it would be Chilling Adventures of Sabrina's, but Scooby Apocalypse was a lot of fun too. So I would suggest all you guys give it a read.
Yeah, no, I'll give out of 10, I give it a good like 7.
Yep.
7.5.
That's what I was gonna give it a 7.
Yeah, no, yeah. It was lacking on certain shit, but it's cool for the most part. It was. So the L.A.N Party step of approval, boom, 7.5.
7.5.
All right. Now, you wanted to talk about Charm.
Yes, I was.
How'd that go?
It was good. I was midway through watching Castlevania.
No, hold on, wait. Was it really good, or you're just chatting?
I was trying to chat and tell my story. Can I tell my story?
No, I'm asking, was Charm really good, or are you just chatting?
Nah, I wasn't. Let me tell my story.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I was sitting there watching Castlevania. You know, I had some candles lit. I know I sound weirder and weirder the more y'all talk to me, but y'all don't light candles in the dark. That might just be me. But anyway, I was watching
I drip too hard, that's all.
I had my spooky interior, and my mom was just like, Amani, watch Charmed. And I was like, no, Mom. And she was like, witches and demons and all these fun dark stuff. Watch it with me. And I was just like, no, I'm watching Castlevania. And then she walked away, and then I joined her.
So mean to your mom.
But she joined her.
And then I was just like, let me just watch Charmed with her. She's like, it'll be the good old times. And I was like, let me just give it a watch.
It's a dub.
I don't know, because a lot of it could be nostalgia. Here's the thing. I love Charmed. I've seen every single episode of the original. And I just wish, I'm so frustrated with lack of originality in the media in general. And this is including, like, for example, Disney remakes of live action films and stuff like that. It's kind of just
actually don't mind those.
I don't know. I'm over it now. I don't know, but this is my, like, if y'all want to be like I'm a hater, I'm a hater. But I'm no
you
longer excited. You don't want to
see a live action Lion King?
I mean,
or Mulan?
I don't like
maybe
Lion
not
King.
a Mulan. Wait, what?
Not a Mulan?
Yeah,
hold on, wait. You said not Lion King?
I actually want to see Lion King because I think Childish is going to be in it and Beyonce, right?
That ain't the only reason to watch.
But that's only.
But fuck that. Wait, you say you don't like. How do you not like Lion King?
I think here's the thing. I think it just depends on
this
how.
This episode is changing right now.
It's changing, and I apologize.
This episode is changing right now.
But no, it's just a pet peeve. I can't relate to animals. So when I was a little kid, 10, 8, 9. When I was at 7, wait. When I was like 7, what I could relate to was Snow White and Cinderella. All these human.
All these white people.
All these human girls. And as I got older, Mulan, Jasmine, Pocahontas, Tiana. I was a bit old by the time Tiana came out, but I couldn't. Which is the black woman from Princess of the Frog. But I couldn't relate to like Bambi. I couldn't relate to Simba. Like, they were animals, and I was just like, I don't want to see lions running around. I want to see a princess.
They were animals personified.
Yes, but as a 7 or 6-year-old, 3-year-old, I did it. And even now, like Zootopia, I can say it was a good movie, but I don't care for it, and that's personal thing.
I was able to relate to it so much. The cops be harassing me.
Precisely, and that's why I said it's a personal thing. I don't like those allegories. We talked about it before. I'm just interested in you making like beast black people and being like, see, you have to like, you know, like I don't like the allegories where it's like you put it in a movie and it's like a certain like mutants or animals are representing black people, and it's kind of like, or aliens are representing a race that's being I don't know, that people are prejudiced over. I don't like that, because I feel like the target audience are watching it and they look at the movie, and I've said this earlier, but they look at it and they're just like, it's wrong to think all foxes are bad, or it's wrong to treat mutants like that, or in District 8, it's wrong to lock up aliens like that. District 9, sorry. It's wrong to lock up aliens like that and treat them like that.
We don't know about.
But it's kind of like, but then it's like then like in that same breath, they like disrespecting black people. I'm gonna say black people, but what I'm saying is that the message, it's like I feel like they never get the message. Like, that's
the point, is to point out the mediocrity of society when they can sit there and relate to a fox like, yo, bunny's always coming after me, like, what's up? They don't treat foxes the same, and everybody's like, oh man, that's not fair. Why are they treating the foxes like that? But in the same breath, be like, oh, you should listen to the cops, and then you won't get hurt or you won't get arrested. Don't break the rules. And, you know, when black people are like, yo, stop shooting us, because, like...
Yeah, but when those movies are made, I don't think... Like, I think the point is to get the message out, to change people's
the message
perceptions.
is out, but they can't just blatantly be like, foxes are black people.
Don't treat them like that.
Are bad. Don't do this. This is wrong.
You know what movie I wish I saw?
In the story.
I wish I saw The Hate You Give.
Oh, is that with Amandla?
Who in the fuck?
The Hate You Give? Amandla.
Rue. Anyway, so this whole thing started from live action things, and you don't like allegories and whatnot.
Yeah, so that's basically why I don't. But let's go all the way back to Charmed. I just wish they didn't. I wish they didn't. A lot of people, a lot. I'm in the minority here. I am. I hope to, when I have kids, rewatch Lion King with my kids and hopefully love it, because y'all know I'm all like Black Power and Black Pride, and I should love it, but I just I grew up watching princesses and women, and that's what I relate to.
White women.
I mean, it's not my fault. Women? It's not my fault. Like, Tiana came out madly.
All right, but I don't understand how you could relate to white women, but you can't relate to animals.
Well, when you're a 7-year-old, you don't have any concept yet of race. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it. You don't. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, when you're white, when you're black, you know damn sure it's you're fucking black.
I feel like when you're 13 and 14.
Society made sure to let me know when I was 7, I was black.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nah, listen, if I'm
wrong,
fight the
power, fight the peace.
But to keep it short, when I first signed on, I wish I didn't want to reboot a Charmed. I thought Charmed was perfect the way it was, and I thought it was just like slapping some black people onto Charmed, some Afro-Latino onto Charmed, and I was just like...
Racially ambiguous.
Racially ambiguous, but they look... I could tell which ones is... They racially ambiguous. I can't even defend it. And I just wish they made a whole new concept. I wish they were like, we took...
like a sequel?
No,
like
I wish they were just
franchise?
like, not even spinoff. I wish like we took inspiration
like sequel,
from Charmed. Like we took inspiration from a lot of mythology out there, folklore out there, things about witches that were out there.
Spiritual successor.
Yeah, but I don't wish they made Charmed. I don't wish they made it the Hallowell House. I don't wish they did any of those things, because then you're kind of like forced to compare, and I don't want to compare because I'm not so sure it will ever be as good as the original. Yeah. But it could be nostalgia glasses. I don't know. I also, and I think we talked about this before, but the commercial, the new one looked so teeny bopper-ish, and I don't mind teeny bopper. The
original Charm wasn't like that. I remember. It wasn't like that.
We all watched Riverdale. I love Riverdale. So I love Riverdale. I loved originals. I love Vampire Diaries. I absolutely love it. So I'm not against teeny bopper, but not when it wasn't the original.
Hold on, wait a minute. What's so teeny bopper about Klaus Michelson? What are you talking about right now?
Yeah, the original's probably
Klaus is not teeny bopper.
Yeah, the original's probably
Justin Bieber.
The original's probably isn't teeny boppery, but I felt like the spin-off came from a teeny bopper show, which was Vampire Diaries.
Okay.
But
I
the
don't think
original
Riverdale's very teeny bop because people die.
But don't you feel like that's the audience they're going for? Like the audience that they're shooting for Riverdale was not the same audience old Charm was shooting for.
You know what it is? The audience they're aiming for in Riverdale, they're aiming for
teens.
Modern teenagers.
They're aiming for the Teen Wolf audience.
Yeah.
Because Teen Wolf is done. They're trying to scoop their whole entire stand base.
That's funny. Yeah.
And bring them over.
They want that Generation X. Type of thing.
Fucking losers.
I didn't like the trailer when I saw the episode though. It wasn't bad. Like there are parts that I would say I would give it a watch. Like I would I want to say that if it gets another season, then I'll sit down and watch it on Netflix and then continue it. So it's not as bad as I found the trailers made it to me, but I still feel like it's like slapping black people onto Charm to try and appease us. That I can't get rid of that feeling.
Hey,
and
we got
I don't
a new Charm show. This is different from the last one.
I also don't want to get super
that person.
Right?
One of
like
the sisters is black.
Like like they did to Goosebumps, and that was I don't know. I didn't have a problem with them doing that to Goosebumps, but my
blackness. You talking about the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, because there's a black kid in the movie now.
Huh? No. Huh?
I think so.
No, like, because remember, like, Goosebumps, the reboot is the same as the old one, except that it's just women. Like, nothing changed. They just changed everything to women.
They added Jack Black.
Right?
I don't think she's talking about the movie. I think she's talking about the shows.
Oh. Okay.
Wait, Goosebumps? No, I'm talking about the movies with,
Jack Black.
Sorry, I'm bugging out. Ghostbusters. Sorry, Ghostbusters.
I didn't know where she was going.
Sorry, guys. Ghostbusters. So a lot of people were up in arms about that. I think it was split down the middle, but I didn't mind.
Split in the middle.
Well, no, they were only up in arms because they were women.
Yeah, but I think for this,
when you actually watch the movie, it actually wasn't that great. But it wasn't because they were women. It just the movie itself wasn't that great. So
yeah,
at all.
So I mean, I don't know.
You know what's funny? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I was gonna say it's funny every time Chris Hemsworth is in a movie and he's not Thor, it's bad. Because he's in Ghostbusters.
Like we said, Cabin in the Woods was enjoyable.
It was enjoyable. I mean, he died.
Yeah, are liars.
We're not.
You enjoy Cabin in the Woods?
Are you?
I felt in the beginning it was pretty cool and creepy, and then it all fell apart with that whole devil sacrifice.
Yeah. The beginning was wow, and then as it went on, it's like shut the fuck up.
He's in a new movie now that I did want to see. I wanted to try.
So do I. I really do want to see that movie. I think it's gonna be good. I hope it's good because right now he's only like 2 in so many.
Facts. They got Thor and Obadiah Stane in the same movie. So.
If it has a high percentage on Rotten Tomatoes, I'm gonna check it out before Halloween.
I do not care what Rotten Tomatoes says about anything.
But we all can say in agreement that they got it right for Venom. So
Venom.
Venom.
Yeah. All right. Can I please go watch The Hate U Give? Like that movie, I almost cried.
Yeah.
Like twice.
Fuck you. But
I'll watch it when it gets on Blu-ray or some shit.
No, you're not.
I don't know. Like I'm almost done with this. Certain things are corny. Like I remember there was a demon who only needed like virgin blood. It was super weird. Like in this episode, there was this demon
doesn't need
virgin
blood.
And I was just like,
why
like
corny? That's kind of standard in satanic rituals.
I was just like, this is so BS. But I wouldn't say it's as teeny boppery as it looked because of the high age gap. Like you have someone who's like a freshman into similar to like Black Lightning, where you have a high schooler and then a grad student. That's the similarity for Charmed. So I feel like it might be more related to a wide age group than what I previously thought. So I would say, I don't know, give it a chance. Maybe it'll get better.
Maybe. All right. Sabrina came out on Friday.
Ooh, ooh.
Facts.
How far are you guys in it?
I'm in episode 3.
Okay. What about you?
6.
I'm in episode 5.
All right.
So we could all agree this show is meeting our expectations or not?
It's lit.
It's lit?
It's good.
Lit.
Now, I have a question, right? I have a question for both of you. Would you think this show would have made a good addition to the Archie universe?
The Riverdale series?
Yes.
Absolutely,
they wanted
but
it to join?
they wanted it, but Netflix snatched it up. They were like,
No, they wanted it. But now that you see how the show is going thus far, do you think it would have been a good addition to that universe?
Wait. I think it is what it is because Netflix is working on it. I don't think that would be the same end product if CW.
I'm saying if we got this end product and we should put it on CW the way it is now, do you think it would have been a good addition to?
Yeah.
Because Riverdale's not bad. I actually like Riverdale.
Riverdale's awesome.
And I think if the same people made Riverdale also touched the Sabrina series, then it probably would be pretty much the same thing as what Netflix had to offer.
What I would like if it was on Riverdale is hearkening to like a little bit of magic. Like you don't have to be like magic's in Riverdale, but maybe just a little like snippet so you can see how they intertwine. Because it's really odd that you have just Riverdale, which is just about Archie, and well now it's about serial killers and stuff. But it's about Archie and his cheerleading friends and things of that nature. And then you have Sabrina, which is about warlocks and witches, but that's kind of like the purpose. That's kind of like, well, I don't want to say real life, but it's like these witches are underground and everyone's living their day-to-day life and no one knows about them.
So then it wouldn't make sense to put magic in Riverdale.
I wouldn't want it.
Because think about it, like think of Harvey Dinkle's normal life without Sabrina around.
It's like Archie's.
It'd have been like Archie's, yeah. It's only like that because they're in that town and shit popping off. But if you was just to take them out, it's a regular town.
Yeah,
I think she could make a cameo for like an episode or 2.
I would love a cameo. That would be awesome. But I mean, it's not gonna happen.
Who's your favorite character so far?
Who? I mean, Ambrose. That's his name, right? The cousin.
Ambrose.
I like Ambrose, but I'm only in season. Cool. I'm only in episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
I also like
any less cool. So
I think it was, I don't know, the mean one. I don't know if it's Zelda or Hilda, but I think it's Hilda.
Zelda's the mean one.
I also like Aunt Zelda.
Nah, I like Hilda.
Yeah, you're supposed to like Hilda. She's nice. She's nice. She's sweet. She does the right thing. She's
point.
cute.
You are supposed
but
I
don't know.
Hilda.
I like Zelda.
Why'd you roll your eyes so hard when you said all of that? She's nice. She's cute. Your eyes like touch the back of your skull.
No, I like Ambrose, and I want to know more about his character because he's on house arrest in the Spellman house, so he can't leave the property. His body or his soul has to stay on property. So like if he does, he gets like eternal damnation in hell, some shit.
Basically. I think there was a couple good twists, like the whole like mother and father.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good twist with the whole with the little demon legs.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is the live action adaptation of the recent comic book of The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which we spoke about in like 2 episodes ago, maybe
2 episodes ago.
3,
maybe, I don't know. Yeah, 2. My bad, 2.
Yeah, like 2 episodes ago, which pretty much is a more realistic take on the Sabrina mythos, like witches, warlocks, demons, the devil,
Satanism. Yeah,
Sabrina has to either devote her entire life to the human side of her life or become
anally fucked by the devil.
Well, I don't know if all that's that.
Or the demonic side, and that's hard for her because she loves her friends from high school and her human life, and she doesn't want to leave it, and it's hard for her to leave it.
I can explain why.
She has a whole boyfriend, so it's kind of like
my son Harvey Dinkle.
Yeah,
Kinkle. I think it's Harvey Kinkle.
It's Dinkleberg.
Do you guys feel like, because when we saw the trailer, we felt like it wasn't as dark as the comic?
No, it's definitely not.
It's not.
And I kind of wish it was.
Me too.
It's not, but derail from the comic
dark,
book slightly.
Yeah,
but it still
makes up with like
the story,
with good supporting characters, I think.
Right.
And you want to know what it is? It's dark like the comic book, but unlike the comic book, it has light in it. If that makes sense, like just those fun times with her and her friend and Harvey, like those are the light that's the light that we didn't read, you know.
Because we know in the comic book she fully commits to being a witch,
and Harvey dies.
Right, and these aren't spoilers because we fucking said it like 2 episodes ago. She fully commits to being a witch.
It's not even that.
But in the Netflix show, some way, somehow,
she gets out of it.
She finds a duality. Like, she gets the best of both worlds.
Well, actually, it wasn't some way, somehow.
And the devil's just like, God damn it.
Her father, dark baptized her, or her father, like, sold, I don't want to say sold her soul to the devil, but he promised her soul to Satan. Devil. But little did they know, her mother, on the flip side, baptized her with her Aunt Hilda. So now, like, kind of like the devil has a say in her soul as well as God.
I got a question about that.
That makes sense, right, guys?
When these women and men pledge their soul to the devil, sign the book in their blood and all that, and la-di-da-da-da, sacrifice a goat and whatnot, they get all these cool, awesome powers, even though they have, like, a eternity of servitude to Satan, right?
Yeah.
Where's the God people? How come they ain't getting powers too, baby? That's what I'm saying.
How you know they're not?
You ever heard of a God witch, bro?
Nah, it could be a
maybe
priest.
Maybe they're
a
a light witch.
A priest?
Or priestess.
That's for priest and priestess.
I have not heard.
Fuck. What they call people that exercise niggas?
Priest.
Exorcists?
Yeah.
All right, and clearly that doesn't work based off of all these exorcism movies that we got, and they died.
But honestly, I see what
like the Exorcist in The Nun.
Yeah.
He ain't do shit. He was trash. The Exorcist in The Exorcist.
I see what Sweatervest is saying,
and that about possession.
That's a common concept because the idea is always like, yo, but if I get all these powers if I were with the devil. That's always the concept.
To me. They never show
and it's like, where's
the
God
light
though?
side of it. Like,
but that's the temptation, bro.
Yeah,
that's the temptation.
I know the temptation, but how are you supposed to fight off evil if the devil's out here giving everybody like powers and shit? Like, yo, come sign with me, bro. I'll give you powers to like curse people, and God is just like, yo, you can just follow me. I mean, I'll give you like bread and wine or some shit. That's not fair.
And it's not even
How are you
real
supposed
wine.
to fight off evil?
I don't want to talk about this.
I'm just saying it's not fair.
Y'all trying to test a nigga faith right now. And
I'm not trying to test
I'm telling you, we could go to blows.
I'm just saying the way they portray these things in media is just that the evil people get all the cool power and shit, and the only downside is, yeah, you made a deal with the devil, bro, but they somehow find a way to slip out of it a little bit. Because look at fucking Supernatural. Dean was literally in hell. They took him out of hell. You feel me? Dean was literally in hell. And they took him out of hell the next fucking season.
But you gotta understand,
came and got him.
You wanna go here?
We'll do it. Nah,
fuck this. We'll do this.
Scooped him up.
Nah,
right?
fuck
the
you.
The only good side they got are angels, and you cannot be an angel if you're already human.
All right,
you have to die.
Understand this, right? When it comes to getting evil powers, right? Yes, you are OP as fuck. This is true. But when you die, where do you think you go? You're going to hell. You don't go.
They don't go to witches don't go to hell. They go to a different place. Hell is only for mortals.
Hold on, wait. You go to hell, right? You're talking about those witches, right? I'll get to them next. You go to hell. What do you think happens to you once you go to hell? You think you chilling because you serving this motherfucker? No, you're not chilling. You're going through your own personal hell. So if sodomy is your personal hell, you're getting sodomized in hell for all eternity.
A lot of people's personal hell.
Exactly. So guess what?
Forever.
Oh
Forever. Do you know?
Warning, guys.
Jesus Christ. Right? All right. Now, you see.
No, God can't help you now.
Oh, here we go, right? Guess what? The whole point
You're already there.
The whole point is, God's whole thing is like, all right, yo, you rode out for me, and I ain't give you no superpowers, and you still rode out. So now, when you dead, when you done, hold on. When you're the done, when you are the done, guess what? You get to chill on all the nice shit. You get to chill all this nice shit.
With Tupac and Biggie, I feel you.
So let me ask you a question. When you die, you want to chill with Tupac and Biggie, or you want to get sodomized? Pick one.
Bro.
Pick one.
You know, y'all making good arguments.
Pick one.
No, I know it's a good argument.
But doesn't seem convinced.
How do you know? I'm not convinced, because how
one.
do you know it will be eternal damnation? Like, if you're sitting there serving the devil and carrying out his will, I don't think you're gonna.
Because he don't fuck with you.
The devil, the devil needs souls.
And torture you forever. No,
the
obviously
devil
he
souls
needs
for hell, though.
But he can still have your soul in hell, and you're not being tortured in the flames of hell for eternity.
Who do you think you are, Constantine? No, you're getting butt fucked. That's what's gonna happen,
witch, bro.
And even Constantine was running from hell.
Yeah, Constantine's scared for a reason.
And it wasn't even fair.
Why you think they trying to get out of it? Because they know what's happening. They know what's up. They know what's gonna happen to them when it's over. They know why. They always they sell their souls and then they try to get out. Why do you think they want to get out? Because they know the sodomy is coming.
Why it gotta be sodomy?
Because it's something nobody wants.
It could be like a different type of hell. You want to go with sodomy?
Not because.
How is that your main fighting case, bro?
Yo,
you make it.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think your own personal hell be?
Hells, bro.
What do you think your own personal hell be? Not having Wi-Fi? No. It's not having Wi-Fi. It's sodomy. It's fucking sodomy.
I mean, why? I'm already dead.
All right, you think you won't feel the pain, and then he gonna crank it up to 11-teen.
11-teen, wow.
He gonna crank it up to 11-teen. Sodomy. No. People
get used to physical trauma after time. So.
All right, he gonna switch it up, put needles in your penis.
Ow, but you can't just sit there and be like, all right, your eternal pain is gonna be physical torture. Like, that's just whack, bro.
He can mentally fuck you.
Because anybody could just be I'm going to chain you in my basement and beat the shit out of you for a week.
Yo, bro, he'll put you in a Dormammu. The Dormammu, he'll put you in a never-ending loop of people you care about dying in front of you, and you're just right there to help them.
Then that's not physical. That is a mental health, bro.
Yo, listen.
That's different. You're just here saying, if you make a deal with the devil, you'll get butt fucked.
But these are things that...
So here's what I want to know,
torturing in general.
Like, did you not play...
If the devil came to you right now...
Absolutely the fuck not, bro. Like, nah, you're good.
It's a dub.
If this was Skyrim, then yeah. But in real life, absolutely not. So I didn't make a deal with the devil. So then what's the point of this
conversation?
No. All right, so let's be real. So if the devil came to you, so you gonna suck a little dick for some power, you gonna do it? And he talking about his shit.
Suck a little dick?
Yeah, like,
I would not suck his dick.
He's the devil.
I'm not sucking his dick.
I'm not saying that I would do it. I'm just saying how it's portrayed in the media is just that when you make a deal with the devil, you get all these cool powers and shit. But then you got people out here, they commit their lives to God, and they get nothing but a promise of like eternal life in heaven. But what about right now, bro? They got witches and warlocks and demons and shit running around the woods snatching people up. Who's here to stop them? Where's God's policeman?
Goblin Slayer.
But isn't that kind of like what
he only slays goblins, so he's only slaying familiars.
Isn't that kind of like what the brothers are from Supernatural?
They're not servants of God.
They're just hunters.
They're just hunters. They're regular people like, yo, bro. Like,
but guess what? They just
all these things keep coming out from the pits of hell. Ain't nobody stopping them. Even they will probably be like, yo, fuck God. He ain't doing shit for us. I'm probably sure if you could say fuck on Channel 11, Dean would have already been like, yo, fuck God. Let's do this ourselves. I'm sorry, Christians, but this is the show, all right? Damn. Don't watch Supernatural.
Listen, we don't take that much offense to it. Just chillax, all right?
I'm just saying, don't watch Supernatural or Sabrina if you're highly religious, especially Sabrina, because people used to burn Harry Potter books. They about to burn Netflix for this bitch.
Oh yeah, with the way they're saying like "Hail Satan" every 5 seconds.
Yeah, that should be bothering. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that shit bothers me.
It doesn't bother me because there are actual Satanists in real life who say "Hail Satan," and also like Satanism isn't really that bad when you really look at the rules of Satanism.
Here's the thing, though. If you're looking at witchcraft traditionally, we already know witches were like these dark entities. It wasn't until recently, new agey, that witches are seen as like light beings, or like in Harry Potter or things of that, or Charmed, or things of that nature. But if you go past like this decade,
they're dark.
They're dark. They worship Satan. So I don't like that. Like people watching it is gonna have a problem. Like, why are they saying hail Satan? Like they saying hail Satan because they witches. They get their powers from the devil. No. That's how it's always been, and that's why Harry Potter.
You know why I'm gonna say
so
chill
different.
Because that shit came out of so left field. Don't front. When they said hail Satan, I didn't see that coming. He's like, hail Satan. I'm like, God damn. Like, they were like,
and they say it all the time, like, praise God. They be like, hail Satan.
Yeah, like, yo.
Right, because Satan is their God. So in the same way that people be like, thank God. They
get so Hitler with it. Hail Satan. I'm like, yo, can you chill, my nigga? I'm sorry, but it's like, can you chill? Like, I'm like, yo, cause you understand, you don't expect that. You just don't expect.
It's because you're Haitian.
It's not what?
I just feel like you're Haitian.
No, that's.
And you don't like when I split the pole, and you don't like spooky things on Halloween.
He don't like spooky things on Halloween.
No, you don't. I felt like you didn't like spooky things on Halloween. He just doesn't like horror because he doesn't like being scared.
I don't care about spooky things. Haitian. What? No, you're just being prejudiced.
Yo, it's the devil.
You're just being prejudiced like everybody else in high school.
It's the devil.
Nah, because, all right.
They got that first up for you. Everybody in high school.
Sabrina is the devil.
Actually, you just like them.
She rejected the devil. Thank you very much.
You feel me? Like, you just prejudiced. It's called that for what it is, right? Nah, because, all right, my whole thing was, like, the whole Hell Satan, like, I get it's part of the show. It doesn't. It's like, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
It was just surprising when they did it.
Yeah.
Like, with the perfect example, for you, when it came to the cousin, it was surprising.
Yeah.
It was just surprising. I'm like, oh, wow, I really did that shit, huh? So we just doing that with Netflix?
I wasn't surprised, but
I was like, I didn't expect it. I just didn't expect it.
The cousin's so cool.
I didn't expect
it. I hope they go more into the story the more we get into it.
And if not this season, then maybe next season.
I want more. I want the cat to get more like screen time. Salem is really cool.
Salem is ill.
Really?
Yeah.
As far as I know, he doesn't talk. So the cat's just
he
cool.
talks to her. When he meows, she knows what he's saying.
Yeah, like I want him to get more screen time because apparently, what they said that the one thing I don't like about the show is that the familiars
are goblins.
That's folklore.
Fuck with goblins.
Oh God.
But
they actually took.
They're goblins who take on. I'm like, fucking goblins. Oh my God.
They took a lot of stuff from like folklore and myths and legends. But
I
like
understand.
so black cats. You know how black cats gives you the heebie-jeebies. Like the reason it's supposed to scare you. Well, it's bad luck, I believe. I think so. I'm not so sure.
Yes.
But the reason it's supposed to scare you is because that might be a witch's familiar. And if it's a witch's familiar, that might be a demon. And they're
a goblin. Because I don't fuck with goblins.
Oh my God. But I will say they do a very good. It's like you still get a little bit of that Sabrina the Teenage Witch vibe going on because she's kind of just like, Auntie, I want to hang out with my boyfriend. I want to do this. I want to go to the club. And I think they do a very good job balancing that. And it's like, Auntie, I just want to hang out with my boyfriend. And Zelda's like, no, you have to sign your soul to the devil tonight. And it's just like, but it's not as cheesy as it sounds. It has that light and it has that dark. And I think it does a very good job of like, what would it be like if you were a teenager who loved that witch side? It's a bit complicated. Love that witch side of you, but love that human side of you. I want
to make a comment, but if you say it because I'm Haitian, I might kick you across the
No, I won't say it's because you're Haitian.
I will say, though, I'm not convinced that there's 16 in the show.
Sabrina, she looks pretty young. And so does Harvey.
But not 16 young. Like 18 young, maybe.
I was thinking 17.
They don't scream, I'm 16 years old. Because I'm
glad they don't look 21.
And I'm like, no, that, first off, the way y'all going about shit, like, yeah, I love you forever.
Y'all motherfuckers got too much freedom.
Really?
Yeah, it's way too much freedom for 16-year-olds.
I don't give a fuck if it's a small town. You got too much freedom. Them street lights come on, it's time to get inside, boy. It's time to get inside.
I don't know. The way they go about certain shit is like not very 16-year-old-ish to me. And plus, they also don't.
I don't know. This new generation is kind of.
weird,
risque.
I know, but they also you're absolutely right. You're 100% right on that. But they just don't look 16 to me. I'm sorry. I didn't get the 16 vibe. I'm like, you guys look more like high school seniors to me. It'd be more believable if it was your 18th birthday and you had to become a witch.
It's the steroids in the food, in the school food.
Or maybe it's just because white people always look older than what they really are.
16-year-old be beating their face these days and they be looking better than me. It's like, yo, teach me, son. How you did your eyeliner like that?
YouTube, darling. YouTube.
How you did your contour? Let me know. What products you using?
All right, so we're only halfway through the season. What are you guys giving it?
10!
All right, let's try that again. You really giving it a 10?
No, probably for no reason though. I have to finish it to give it a 10.
So far, what you're watching? What are you giving it?
I'm giving it a solid 9.
Really?
I wanted to say 8.5. I don't even know why though. I don't know. I don't know why I'm giving
8.5 and 9. So we're gonna average out to 8.5.
8.5.
All right.
And if you guys want to know what we think when the season's done, we'll put it in our Instagram and you can let us know if you want to hear our final thoughts.
Yeah, if they say anything.
If they what?
If they say anything.
Oh, they could like it. Like if the likes is like a lot.
I'm just being salty, but if they say
Jesus.
something.
All right. So now the next topic at hand is Castlevania.
Castlevania. God. Oh God.
What?
I'm grinning. Because I didn't know if they could tell I'm grinning. Castlevania was amazing.
Of course they can't.
Amazing. I was
Castlevania was lit.
if I was thinking about today, if I have to watch that series 1 billion times on Netflix so it could get renewed for season 3, I will do it. Everything about it.
Season 3.
I hope so.
So I never finished the first season. I totally didn't watch the second season.
Why
But
didn't you
from
finish
what
the first
I've
season?
seen, this
It's
is the plot of the story, right? So there's Dracula. He's like,
Count Dracula.
I'm Dracula, right? Then he met a girl, like, this is my wife. Then they kill his wife. You killed my wife. Now I shall kill the whole town.
Try that accent again. What accent was that? It sounded a little bit British. Like
Yeah.
You know? That's
so
what I
it's
got
like,
from it.
All right,
You
you want me to
now
tell
I
my
shall
rendition
kill
of the
the
story?
whole
Sure.
town in eternal fire.
that is.
You want me to tell my side of the story? I'll
Tell-
tell y'all want to
Are
hear
you
my
gonna do
version?
the Count
Then
Dracula
that guy
voice?
with the fur jacket looked like he's from Monster Hunter.
What's his
pulls
name?
up.
What's his name? Richard? Rickett, right?
I have no idea.
Richter? The guy from Smash?
No, it's not him.
Oh. But yeah, then he pulls up on some, I'm a drunk, but I can actually fight, but I'm drunk. And then after that, I don't remember what happens.
Aw,
But for
after
the most
that, you
part,
had
I
to-
just see it. Dracula's like, I'm Dracula. This is my wife. Y'all killed my wife trying to
like
kill
to
me.
drink
You
blood.
can't kill me. Now I shall kill everybody. I'll send all my demons every year on the anniversary of her death, and you'll all die. The end.
It wasn't every year on the anniversary of her death. It was we're just gonna kill the humans because y'all done fucked up.
Oh,
Do you want? What's your rendition, Crimson? Let's do it.
That's my rendition of
Okay.
Castlevania.
All right, boom. So this is what happened, right? So Draco's on some more. That's my shorty. That's my bae. And the church was like, oh, she a witch. We gonna kill her, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they fucking done her shit, right? All right, so boom, right? He come back like, yo, where my shorty at? And they like, she dead. I'm like, he's like, oh, word? I'm pussy. I'm coming back in the air. When I come back, I'm violating all of you pussies. Like, yeah, it's on my dick, Dracula. So Dracula done dipped off, right? He came back in the year. He's like, today's the day Dracula said he's gonna pop off, and he ain't
that's what happened.
shit. Dracula's face came out the clouds like, I want smoke. Here's his dick.
I heard you was talking shit.
I heard you was talking shit. Yo, he done dropped so many demons out the sky and done killed half the motherfucking town, right? Alright. So what happened was, these mages, they came up in the town with their magic casting and bullshit like that, and they went to go into Dracula's, they ended up like at the bottom of Dracula's castle, and Trevor Belmont, part of the Belmont clan, you know, in every Castlevania, most Castlevania games, it's the Belmont clan that fights Dracula, whoever is at the castle at the time. Mm-hmm. He comes through also on his drunkard shit, talking his bullshit. He meets up with the mages. He saves them from a monster by accident. And then he sees a tomb. And my son, Aguilard, was in the tomb. Now, Aguilard is the son of Dracula. Also, his name is backwards from Dracula, Aguilard, Dracula, whatever. So Aguilard is like, who the Ross clout you? And then Trevor like, bitch, I'm a Belmont. He said, word? You a Belmont? He got his flying magical sword of bullshit. They started fighting, and the mage's like, yo, y'all both pussies. We came here to kill Dracula. Aguilard is like, oh, Y'all came here to kill Pop. I'm with it. So that's how season 1 ended.
Basically.
So he just turned cold just like that? Oh, he could kill my pops? Yeah, he ain't shit.
Yeah, because he's like, yo, my mom was human. You feel me? And now for nothing, she loves humans. He trying to exterminate them.
Oh,
I got you.
Human.
Yeah. That's why he got the blonde hair. You feel me? His fair skin. His fair skin. So that's how that's going. That's the end of season 1. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now season 2.
Season 2 gets in.
What? First off, he gets the Morning Star, I think it's called.
Yes.
The Morning Star is the weapon that Simon used. Simon is the most famous Belmont of the Belmont
He's the
clan.
one that's in Smash.
Yeah.
Oh.
And every
Looks
time
like He-Man.
Yeah. So every time like the end of the chain hits you, you
explode.
You explode like a fucking grenade. And the fighting,
it was good.
I know the animation in the show is really good.
Spectacular.
It's just really what drew me into watching in the first place. Because I'm like, damn, I ain't never played a Castlevania game in my life, but this shit look good.
Like that last when they were always fighting Drake. What?
Oh yeah.
What?
That was a good scene.
That shit was fuego. I'm talking about pew 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 pew. Fire,
and then when
fire, ice.
Yeah. But it was scary too. Like
yeah,
they gave their all and it wasn't enough.
I thought someone was gonna get bodied like 5 times. I'm like, someone gonna die.
And also he killed Dracula on some bullshit. I don't know if he had to kill Dracula, but I just wish it. Like Dracula was there crying. Like he wasn't crying. It makes him sound like he wasn't a bitch. Like he wasn't. But he realized he took a moment back. They were fighting. He and his son was fighting, and they ended up. And you know how vampires
violating him,
fighting across like a castle, like they blow him from room to room with blows, and then they end up in his son's room, and he looks around, and he's just like, and this is the finale, so I'm so sorry, guys. Spoiler alert. But he looks around, and he realized he's in his sun moon, and that's when he starts crying, and he was just like to his dead wife, "Yo, the gift you gave me, I'm about to kill. The last thing of you, I'm about to kill." And he takes a step back and he starts crying. And Alucard sees him in despair, and he takes a stake and he just stakes him. And I was just like, I don't know if that's where the plot had to go, because I love where the plot is going now. Dracula's not in it anymore, but let's go all the way back. You have these 2 humans, which are very interesting. Do you remember their name? It's a black one and a white one.
They're both black.
No. The 2 humans, remember there's a black one with no hair who's from somewhere in Africa because he has an accent. The other one's
black also.
No, there's a white human. He's the one with the straight hair.
Yeah, he's black. That's melanin. Am I tripping right now?
Yeah, you're tripping.
Nah, my TV good. You tripping.
Nah, he's white, bro.
Hold on, that's a white man to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a whole white.
It looks pretty white to me.
Really?
You want to zoom in or something? Like,
that's a white man?
Yeah, it's a white man.
It's a white man?
What's their names?
It was Simon, I think, and Hector. No, it's Isaac and Hector.
Isaac and Hector. So we jumped very far. So let's take it all the way back. Basically, when season 2 starts, so season 1, you're kind of seeing what Dracula's done. He's taking hordes and they're killing people. But now, in season 2, you're seeing the inner workings of that, how that's going on. So we're looking at Dracula, we're looking at his war council, and some of the people on his war council are these 2 humans, and these 2 humans are the people that he instructed to run the war.
Yeah, they're his forge masters.
They're his forge masters. Forge masters are people who can create armies out of the dead. Mm-hmm. And then you also have some inner fighting because, what's her name? Simone. No, it's not Simone. It's something with an S, but this...
It's Carmilla.
Carmilla comes in. So you have
Shut the fuck
this
up.
internal turmoil because Carmilla comes in and she wants to dethrone Dracula. And in my opinion, she isn't wrong. Well, I don't know, feminism. But I feel like that's all that was. That was just a feminism move. But it's kind of like a lot of the vampires are getting very concerned because Dracula's trying to kill all the humans. What's going to happen to vampires without humans? They're going to,
Everyone's going to starve.
They're going to starve.
Drink cow blood.
They're not about that.
Yeah,
they don't want that.
He said he didn't want that. He specifically, I do not want to drink pig blood.
Yeah, he was like, I don't want that. Dracula kind of isn't making sense, and the court has these very logical questions. Like, if you loved her so much, why didn't you turn her to humans? Why are we killing the humans? Why can't we just, I don't know, domesticate them? So because of that, there's like a lot that happens in the series that you're gonna find out.
So long story short, when it comes down to it, it was a good show.
Okay.
It's a must watch.
Must watch.
I give it a 9.
0.5.
It didn't disappoint me at one point.
Ooh.
At one point, and I was looking for things. I was
trying to nitpick. I was trying to nitpick.
And I couldn't. I was like, everything is wonderful.
Yeah, even the ending was like,
the animation is wonderful. The stories is wonderful. The characters are wonderful.
It was very well thought out.
The voice acting?
Yeah.
The voice acting is wonderful.
It was good. It was really good. It was really thought out. It was very well thought out. You got real in depth with like all the characters that you needed to know, like their backstories and why they act the way they do, and why they act the way they do made sense every time. So it was good. It was
and
good.
Dracula's gone, but I'm interested to see what's happening with Hector and
Carmilla.
And
she's a boss in one of the games. So
she's kind of looking to, now that a main source of power has been eliminated, Dracula, she's looking to fill that void. And then you have the black guy whose name is
which one are you talking about?
The black Forge Master. Then you have the black Forge Master who's just like, yo, I'm about to create.
Isaac.
You have Isaac who's like, I'm about to create my own army.
Yeah.
And I also, as a woman, I also like the power play between the white Forge Master and Carmilla, because now she took him like, I need a Forge Master, you're mine.
Yeah, she put a collar around him next thing.
And there's a whole collar, and he's just, so I'm interested to see how that relationship will look. I'm interested to see the Three Musketeers again, which would be Alucard, Belmont,
Trevor.
Trevor Belmont, and I don't know her name. I think it's like Sylvia or.
Is this one actually an S name? Because the last one, y'all
there's a
way
lot of
off,
S's.
bro. Something with an S. Carmella. What?
So
whatever the hell her name was, Cynthia or some shit.
Even though Dracula is dead, I hope that's enough for now, right?
Somebody gotta resurrect him.
That's enough to keep the series. That's enough to keep people interested for them to make a season 3.
Why not?
I don't know. People would have been like, Dracula's dead. I'm not watching him.
Carmella's she's gonna make up for.
And feminism. So I'm sure a lot of the ladies would like that.
It's cool when they take out big power players like that.
Feminism, yeah.
Speaking about feminism.
Shout
out to our event next month, Girls Game Night, November 18th.
You want to play some video games? You want to listen to some dope music? You want to hang out with your 2 girls?
Ooh.
Black Girls Anime? Well, 3. Well, me, Eunice from Black Girls Anime, and Jackie from
Adorned by Chi. Did she have a brave fart just now?
Like, how you forget that? It's like, you're like
I
number
calling
one
her
fan.
Adorned
Oh my
by
God.
Chi. She's our friend, so I just call her Jackie now.
Right,
how weird would that be to be like,
also
hey,
we're gonna announce another special guest sometime this week and next week. So please be out. Be sure.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. But speaking about the ladies,
about feminism,
representation within video games. Are y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Player 1, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Player 3, are you ready?
Yeah, I guess I'm ready.
All right.
So with that being said, I want to put a full disclaimer that for this topic and this discussion, I will play devil's advocate. I'm only saying that because
I thought you were a man of God.
Wait, why are you playing devil's advocate? Because we didn't talk about. I don't know if y'all gonna know my stance. Maybe I do because y'all know me, but we don't know. I don't know what y'all gonna say.
Bro, you just had a whole feminism rant just now.
Yeah, but y'all don't know.
I feel like I kind of know what you're gonna say, but I'm telling you, I'm gonna play devil's advocate because I feel it will progress this conversation a lot further.
Do you, boo boo?
Right. I will play devil's advocate.
All right.
Okay.
Who, me? Yeah. You giving the floor to me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, as you people know, video games exist, right?
Yes, they do.
People play video games.
Every day.
Men and women play video games.
This is true.
But how come the women in video games?
It's all scantily clad.
Scantily clad. Now, this has been a problem that's been going on for years that we all know.
Okay.
Women being underrepresented in video games, and when they are, and they're normally like side characters or like damsels in distress or naked.
Bucket naked.
You know, when the topic was first brought up, automatically, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna say I love it. Now I don't know if I am the best representation for this. I am only speaking for myself, people.
Okay.
But what I know about video games is kind of like, y'all know me. I'm a small town girl living in a.
You live in New York City.
And I just dress in ponchos and like leggings whole day, and I don't got big titties.
She's wearing a whole jeans now.
Today I'm wearing jeans, but this is like when people see me in jeans, they back take. Like I usually just wear big sweaters, leggings, like running shoes. Like, is that wrong? Point is, I'm not like I.
What are them, Skechers?
They're Skechers. They're my running shoes. They're New Balances. I don't even get like Nikes. I got New Balances. But like I don't got big old titties. I don't got a big old ass.
You hear that, Blur? Stay away from her.
I don't. But so when you're playing these characters, for me it's a story, and at least the RPGs I'm playing, or even fighting games and stuff like that, and I'm jumping into a character. So I love the idea of playing this like, bodacious, curvy, beautiful woman who kind of just like, and it's like, some people might not feel comfortable like that. So I don't personally have to dress like that, but my avatar does. And for those of you who gets into your games or your MMORPGs, like that's low key. I don't want to say that's low key you, but when you're very invested, that's like a part of you. You feel like that's you. Like you feel like that's your character. So I never really minded the scanty clad things, but what I would say is there's some certain things that matter. Like if we're playing games and the character is like she's the main character, right. Like the game is around her, like Tales of Vesperia, Violet. I know you know that game. Violet's the main character. She's kind of scanty clad, but she's just this badass demon who fights things and does things but she's the main character of the story. However, if we're playing a regular game where the main character is a guy and the female counterpart is scantily clad, especially when you're fighting too, sometimes that makes me uncomfortable because sometimes it's kind of like
unrealistic.
It's very unrealistic, and it makes me kind of feel like she's eye candy for the guys. Like if it's a video game where the main character's a girl, the what's the word I'm looking for? Like you're playing as a girl, the storyline's about the girl. That's kind of like for us and the guys too. Like obviously, because Luther, you love Tomb Raider and you love playing as girls. That makes it sound weird, but I respect that.
You did make it sound weird as fuck.
I'll make it worse. He only plays with big titty characters.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So it's kind of like that's different because I feel like
sexist.
Those games are made
for
women, and it's kind of like, but when you have games that's like, it's like, I don't want to say it's made for guys, but like, let's say for example, what's the male Tomb Raider? Drake, Uncharted. Let's say he had, more about the game than I did.
Of course, that's my shit.
So let's say like his assistant, sidekick was a woman scantily clad. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm not interested in Uncharted. I'm not interested in that gameplay. I feel like that's directed more so to guys. That's how I feel. But
I don't think that.
And okay, y'all can clock me if y'all are wrong.
I don't entirely disagree.
So
the women in the Uncharted series
she's not scantily clad.
Properly.
That's what's up.
Represented.
All right.
That's what's up.
So I'm about to come for you next. You ready?
Why are you coming for my? Wait, when you were playing devil's advocate? What did that mean? I thought
I'm going against what you're saying. You're bugging. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You know why you're bugging?
I'm a female.
Nah, you're bugging, and I'm gonna tell you why you're bugging. Right. The reason why you're bugging is because at the end of the day, is the problem really that women are over sexualized in video games, or is it that people are just being sensitive? Now hear me out. Right? If you'd have dressed up Ryu and anything that any girl in any video game is wearing, it would not be sexualized. It would just come off as being hilarious. Am I wrong? If you even pose Ryu in any poses like he's Ivy, that shit is gonna come off funny.
What's your point?
The point is, you're too fucking sensitive.
Women, you feel like we're sensitive?
No, I don't feel like it's sensitive. I'm talking shit. In all actuality, I think that it's a very thin line.
Yeah.
Because you can't do the same thing with male characters. Female characters are No, you can't because no one's feeding over fucking Nathan Drake.
I mean, they still do it though, but
you feel
it's
me?
not to the point with women because men don't have titties.
Yeah, but can
you give examples?
Let him finish his point first, and
you can't do it in the same extent because it's mostly in fighting games. You see this mostly. You see that problem mostly in fighting games. Like perfect example, Ivy from Soul Calibur.
She's like the pinnacle.
Morgan from Darkstalkers. Let's see, especially the Devil Eyes series. Helena from Dead or Alive. Fucking Taki from Soul Calibur,
bruh.
Oh, Laura from Street Fighter, the Brazilian one. Okay. Summers don't count. She's.
You could throw her in there too.
You want to throw Summers? Or we could throw Summers. Jade from Mortal Kombat. These are all examples. Oh, Quiet from Metal Gear Solid 5.
Definitely
all examples. Quiet. These are all examples of
Quiet. 100% fan service.
These are all examples of women that are overly sexualized. Like it's complete standard. But if you were to put men in the same position as them, it will not. It would.
But they do.
Can you wait? Can we pause
Literally,
for a second?
every man, well, almost every man in video games are also sexualized in the same manner as women. It's just that society as a whole won't go about it the same way. Because look at the men in video games. They're all brolic. They all have broad shoulders. They all have
tight
super defined abs. They all got some defined jawbones and some shit like that. They're all rugged. They're all the go-get-em. They all look like that dude on the computer screen.
That's Mitsurugi.
Mitsurugi, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like, look, all the men in Soul Calibur.
You don't find perfect that example. Sexualized for a male?
No. That is sexualized
but
for the male body. Because those aren't realistic standards for the average man in society. How many of our friends we know look like that?
Shaq
does not look like that fucking Mitsurugi. So. He does not look. Mitsurugi is ripped as fuck. Yeah, Shaq got muscles, but he's not nearly as ripped and scarred up and badass. He's purposely not wearing a shirt to show off his ridiculously broad shoulders.
He's purposely not wearing a shirt because it's easier for him to move with that sword.
Wow. Okay. In the past Soul Calibur games, he wore like Japanese armor.
All right, but here's what I'm asking you then, right? What I'm asking you is that because he's masculine, because he looks masculine, that's them over sexualizing him.
Yes, bro, because the average man does not look like that in the same manner that the average woman does not look like Ivy.
And it's absolutely what he's wearing. Like I said earlier, he's not wearing a shirt.
And
these other characters,
he is a warrior.
All right,
so why would he purposely walk around with no shirt?
In when it becomes Nathan Drake versus Laura Croft because she is sexualized now.
Not anymore, but
the new one. But let's stick to the OG now because I'm going with the OG one. With the OG,
they switched her up too in Tomb Raider Legends.
What you talking about? Fucking triangle?
Yes, you don't know that Lara Croft was also. They also ran down on them like this woman is too sexualized. Why does she fucking look like this? And they switched that up in Tomb Raider Legends.
Listen,
I feel like
there was always complaints about Lara Croft's character model.
I agree with what you're saying, that it's a thin line, and I also feel like there's a time and a place. Like certain times I don't mind it, and certain times I do.
I think that.
So
I get what you're saying because there's a fucking physics engine for titties.
To be
physics.
and to be clear, like I said earlier, if it's kind of like if it's like a RPG and the main character's a girl and she, she's like not crazy scanty clad, but there's a little bit of skin showing, I don't mind that. But if it's like one of those fighting games like Tekken or Mortal Kombat, for example, where they're barely wearing anything, I don't know. It makes me a little bit uncomfortable. Because it is this feeling where it's like, this is eye candy for males.
It's the same thing with RPGs. Why would you wear less armor just because you're a woman?
I don't know.
If you have the same job class, same skills, performing the same missions, why would you be wearing less armor than your male counterpart?
Because I feel like for RPGs,
for fan service.
I'm not saying it's wrong. It is for fan service, but I feel like for RPGs, I don't know. I feel like I'm putting myself in the character's shoes, and she's sexy, and it makes me feel sexy. But I feel like because I don't know a lot of I'm not saying there's women who don't play Tekken or Soul Calibur or Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, because I know for a fact that there are. But I know a lot, in my opinion, a lot more males play those games. So that's what makes me feel a little uncomfortable. And that's what I mean when I'm saying it makes me feel like they're there for
play RPGs.
eye candy. But
I
that's
read
what I'm saying.
in a 2014 study, 53.6% of the RPG market are women.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're playing. Okay, a lot of these women
and
are
the
playing
women characters in these RPGs
are scantily clad.
So, and
I guess it definitely depends on the
armors
woman.
Don't protect their vital
I
organs.
agree.
Then what the fuck is the point of the armor?
I don't know. I agree, but that's why I said it depends on women. For me, like I said, I'm jumping into the character. It makes me feel sexy. I don't mind, but I look at these not supermodels, these heroes in Marvel movies, and I see how they look, and I don't know. I think it looks cool, and I wouldn't mind.
No, so they all not sexy because.
And that's part of, come on, like, that's part of the appeal for Halloween.
Scarlet Witch is not attractive.
Like, that's part of the appeal for Halloween. Like, people don't.
Scarlet Witch?
Oh. You talking about the Olsen?
But, yeah.
Not attractive.
But that's part of the appeal for Halloween. Like, women love being a sexy firefighter or a sexy cop or a sexy piece of toast. So, like.
Okay, but that is when the definition of it is literally, I want to be a sexy firefighter.
Well,
in video
maybe
games,
that's the thing.
You're not a sexy fighter. You're literally, I'm a fighter. My default outfit
is sexy.
Is 5% of what he's wearing, and we do the same shit. Exhibit A, fucking Ivy in Soul Calibur. There's no reason for her to be dressed like that, son.
And
you can still have like armor that fits your body and be flexible if you want to be that type of fighter, like Taki. But Taki's outfit also leaves nothing to fucking imagination because her outfit literally like saran wraps her titties. Like what?
Skin tight. Her outfit's skin tight.
It's
literally her skin.
She's pretty much naked.
Honestly,
I know she's a ninja, but like,
just
come on,
put little armor on her shoulders and shit, like on like elbows and shit like that, and just spray paint her body. That's her outfit.
Like,
Jesus,
come on,
that's
man.
her outfit. Now here's my thing. So my question to you is: do you feel like you feel like men in video games are sexualized?
They are.
Now,
but you want to know? This is where it gets
hold on, wait. I got you right now. So you feel like they are sexualized?
They are.
But how so? How are they sexualized? Because they're muscular?
They're
is that not the normal?
because they show increased masculinity because their muscles, the body physique, and their mentality. Normally, how these male characters.
But isn't that all features of a role of a main character of anything within a game or shit like that? Is that not?
I understand that, but all right, listen. The characters in these main games, like let's say, all right, let's look at The Last of Us, right?
Okay.
It's some gruff, somewhat brolic. Like he has muscle on him, white dude, square jaw, low brow, gruffy, angry, been through some family trauma. That's your typical male protagonist in video games. It's never somebody who like has a body shape like either me or you.
Are you serious? RPGs have that a lot. Mostly main characters in RPGs are some skin. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that.
RPGs are customizable.
The main character, all right, you play Xenoblade. You play Xenoblade, right? The main character in Xenoblade is male or female?
He's a male.
All right, how is his body type?
He's a boy, but also the other main character is a woman, and her breasts are ridiculously large. Her outfit is ridiculously tight.
All right,
yeah.
So her body's exposed in ways that don't need to be exposed if you're sitting there and you're some sort of mystical fighter or some shit.
All right. But I'm asking you, how are men sexualized if that's not how the role is supposed to be? You're supposed to be that, I'm a lumberjack and I can lift shit and I'm going to save the day. Mario isn't sexualized; he's the main character.
Nobody's.
You know what? But I think
Mario.
because
but you're picking out like 2 or 3 games.
I'm picking out 2 or 3
games.
I think because of the way society is, men being sexualized doesn't hurt the same way as women is sexualized.
Saying.
I'm about to say,
like, they do it too, but it's not to the effect in the same way as women. Because when they do it for men, it's like, oh, he's supposed to be like that because he's a man.
Because so are you?
Which really isn't the case.
So all right, so then you're coming to the
like
point.
You said, you got main characters like Rex from Xenoblade or Shulk,
or
and also
Dante's
Mario.
a perfect example, also.
But even like I think a
aggressive
good example is like I think a good example of society is like the way you were thinking. Like you show 2 characters, both of them were obviously sexualized. One was a guy who had impossible beauty standards. He had no shirt on. The same for a woman. She had impossible beauty standards, big titties, skin tight clothes. But you were saying the man isn't sexualized. That's the norm.
That's how society perceives it. That's the norm.
But he is sexualized.
For a male protagonist, that's the norm.
In reality, most men do not look like
you're
the
right.
guys they put
And
on
then
the
if you
covers
want to
of these games.
You're right. But if you want to get gangster
and
about it,
they're always white.
If you want to, that too. But if you want to get gangster about it,
with 5 o'clock,
you can't even use Mitsurugi as like a basis of how men
I'm not
protagonists
using
are.
You showed me Mitsurugi.
But I'm saying because if you think about all the fucking games you've played, right? Think about all the games you played, and think about the male protagonists. They are all majority of the time somewhat realistical physique wise. Like Chris Redfield is all right. Physique.
Please do not use Chris Redfield as an example.
No. Physique, it's obtainable. His feats or what he did with his physique did not make no fucking sense.
All of their physiques are obtainable, but it's not the norm. Yeah, I could sit there and go to the gym for like the next 2 years and come out looking like The Rock. It's possible. But do I look like that now? Is that me normal? Is that standard me? No, it's not.
I just want to say really quick.
Standard does not look like Chris Redfield.
I want to say really quick, you guys know the problems women face, in this community, in day-to-day society, how we're assaulted all the time at work, how we're afraid to walk down the street alone because we're afraid to get raped and things of that nature. So this transcends back into media. If a guy is seen shirtless, it doesn't really hurt anybody. It's kind of, but like when you see a girl scantily clad, it kind of reinforces certain things about males in which the sexualization of women, and it kind of, it reinforces the sexualization of women like for males, and it's okay to treat them this way. It's okay for them to act this way towards women. And that's how women can get, uncomfortable with it. Like, especially like even me, I feel uncomfortable because I don't know if it's, conscious things among guys, but I feel very objectified all the time. I'm not even talking about like in media. I'm talking about walking down the street and, shit like that. And guys is just looking at me a certain way. And even worse, it's this sense of entitlement. Like if they holler at me, and I don't holler back, they get tight and they offend me. Right, they don't offend me. They like curse at me or act rudely towards me.
They disrespect you.
They disrespect me because they feel entitled and they feel like they should have me. And I feel like sexualizing women in video games or in the media, it doesn't help that. So that's why I get in trouble if I'm playing Mortal Kombat and there's just a woman who has like a bikini on because for no reason. It kind of reinforces to the guys playing that we are sexual objects to enjoy or be used
then
my
question to you is, do you feel like there's a sense of entitlement when it comes to gaming?
Yes, because a lot of men make these video games, bro.
So then how do you think, so now this is also true because it becomes more than representation within the video games, also within it also becomes a thing where within the studios that they have the same problem.
I also want to say like the best example for this is kind of like slurs, right? This is why you could use if you're not black, you could say the N-word to the black person and it would hurt them, as opposed to saying like calling a white person like this. Can we say the C? I'm gonna just say the C word. I ain't trying to offend nobody.
Cracker.
as opposed to calling a white person a cracker, and it doesn't affect them because they're at the top of the society. Yeah. They don't get hurt by that. But if a white person's calling a black guy a nigga, it kind of it reinforces all these negative stigmas. And like when a cop sees us on the street, automatically in his head, he's thinking nigga. So it's kind of like you can sexualize both a man and a female in a video game, but it's kind of like if you're sexualizing men in video game, like, men aren't really getting harassed, sexually assaulted like that. They're not getting harassed at work. They're not getting raped. They're not getting drugged in clubs. But when you're doing that to a female and you're seeing her scantily clad, it kind of like, it reinforces that and it brings all that back, which is why it's problematic, which is why I say it's a way to do it. It's a tactful way to do it. It's a fine line to do it. There's a place and a time, which is why I feel like for fighting game. And one more thing, another great example is the DC universe. In Wonder Woman, the Amazonians wasn't that scantily clad. They weren't scantily clad. Like they had armor
Wonder Woman
on.
Was still hot.
And they were still sexy. But if you saw them in Justice League, like they were wearing bikinis. Like the Amazonians was very scantily clad.
It made zero sense.
Do you guys know what I'm talking about? And I think
first off, where's the continuity in that, baby?
And it's kind of like, okay, so when a male director, so you see it because you see, and this is also seen in the Transformers movie in the way that they depict women. So when these male action directors depict us, we're just we're objectified and we're overly sexualized, and it's very obvious that we're there for male consumption.
So then the new campaign is no more titty physics.
I mean, you gotta keep shit real,
Keep it real.
Keep it real.
But I would just say,
Ivy
wilding with this.
Ivy's is like a fucking Z cup.
You know why? Because she ain't fucking wearing shit.
I would
and
say,
her
like,
go
do
flop
it
all over the place with
do
no
it
support.
tactfully. Like, who's the pink hair girl in Final Fantasy? It's either Cloud or Lightning. It's Lightning. Right? Huh? Yeah, like, she's well done. I mean, well, do you guys consider her sexy? There are a lot of females in that game that was well done.
It's more than just clothes, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can still
the body
have
proportions.
the body proportions.
It's mostly the body
demeanor
proportions
and things like.
I would say it's mostly clothes. Too. Some of these girls are not wearing anything.
All right, but the ones that are not wearing anything are usually the ones that are like with the big.
But even the ones that are clothed, like the new Tomb Raider. All right, she's clothed up. She's on the front cover of the game. People are going and buying it. But even so, during the game, even though she's the main character, even though she's the one shooting and stabbing people and everything, there are still main characters that are against her that put her down strictly because she's a woman. They don't think, like, this is not going to happen. Their male presence always overwhelms her as the antagonist every game. And this is all three of these Tomb Raider reboots. It's not on some, like, oh, she's my equal, we have to stop her. No, they really, like, sometimes when they catch her, they overpower her with strength. Like, boom, you're not going to do this, ha, ha, ha. And she has to sneak her way out or shoot something in order to get it. There's no, like, yo, let's get these hands one-on-one. There's never any of that.
Yeah, it's problematic.
So, like, when you brought up Mario in the game, Princess Peach has been in, like, 15 mainline Mario games. Mario had to save her in, like, 12 of them.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? Mario's not your typical, I'm brawling, strong guy, but he's still
But he's strong as a motherfucker.
Well, he is strong, but you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't fit the beauty standards of your typical male protagonist, but he's still a male protagonist that has to go out and save another woman from distress. The last Super Mario Odyssey, he had to go save Princess Peach. And in the end, she didn't want nothing to do with them. She just left Mario and Bowser crying on the moon. But it was still his responsibility to go and get her. She never found her own way out. She never tried to escape from the grasp of Bowser. Bowser was just there like, rah, 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 I got you. She never tries to escape.
So then this conversation focus more on the fact that we need to give female leads and supporting female characters within all sources of media more power to do for themselves.
The female protagonist the same way they would treat the male protagonist.
And like some honorable mentions,
even if the bad guy is a man and she's a woman, sit there and throw hands with him.
And some honorable mentions in that category is Faith Connors from Mirror Edge, Aveline de Grant, I don't know how to say her name, from Assassin's Creed 3. Zelda from Legend of Zelda, Yuna from Final Fantasy X and X2. I will say Lara Croft, the rebooted one. All right. We'll give Joe Valentine from Resident Evil. Okay. Cortana from Halo.
Right.
All right. Commander Shepard from Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Come on. Ellie from The Last of Us, and Summers from Metroid.
But even if, like, all those characters are great and all, I'm going to be honest, but I'm just saying, like, just a balance. Like, I don't need my character to be like completely fully clothed, no skin, but I don't want her looking like, name someone from Mortal Kombat. What are those girls from Mortal Kombat?
Jade.
Katana.
Jade, like, I don't want her looking like Jade or Katana. Yeah. Like, I don't mind like a little skin. I don't mind like something curving to her body, but I mind when it's just like, I mind when it's just like.
Now those 10 people I just mentioned, those I think were perfect examples of like female protagonists that like that get shit done, and they don't have to be skimpy to do it.
Yeah,
I mean
they don't.
Jill had a moment
anymore.
Jill had a moment. Lara Croft had a moment. Also, for the most part, they don't.
Jill only had one game. So
because it's like, as a female, speaking from a female perspective, you want the woman you're looking up to also be sexy. You don't want her to be like sexualized. But Angelina Jolie in Tomb Raider was sexy, was she not? Oh,
she was also wearing short shorts and a crop top.
And she was so. And I think
you go in Tomb Raiding in that's retarded.
And I think it does go back to. I do agree with how you like. I do agree with what you're saying about how they're presented. It sucks that it's kind of like she can't fight a man one-on-one. The idea is like this guy's stronger and he'll automatically overpower her. But I feel like if you have
Peach could smash Bowser. I'm just saying.
But if you have like a female protagonist that maybe she's like a little scantily clad, but she's like a bad bitch, she could like punch a person in his nose and he's out, or she could fight hands and she's out, and she could overpower men and she's out. I don't think I would have that same issue because she's on that same level as a man. And I think it does harken back to like power, you know. And I think when you see these scantily clad women in these video games, when you see these scantily clad women in video games next to the male, it doesn't mean to look that way, but they're denoted as less powerful than the guy.
Yes. So with that, as a whole, we could all agree that L.A.N Party states, and this is a stamp of approval, we need better representation.
Better representation
within video games.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make them weak. Don't make them coward. Don't make them bitch.
Don't let them fold just because the
make
man.
Them just as equal as the male counterparts.
Yeah.
How hard is that?
All right. That's the L.A.N Party stamp of approval. With that being said, please come out to Girls Game Night November 18th. It will be fun from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. We have special guests. We have food. We have music. We have 2 tournaments, both in My Hero Academia 1 Justice and Soul Calibur 6. Yes. I'm Crimson, player 1.
It's your boy, Sweat Vest Kid Brother. Done no player 2.
Bubblegum Zombie Hunter, player 3.
And we're out.
And it's Halloween!